Alright everybody, welcome back to another video. Thank you all for joining us today. And if you're new to this channel, please go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to it, and I truly appreciate it. It doesn't cost anything, it's all free. But on this channel, I start off every video with a Bible verse, and the verse for this week is, let me get it, Isaiah 41:13. Says, "For I, the Lord thy God, will hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, Fear not, I will help thee." Right now, really needing God's help get rid of all these mosquitoes and ticks. We just got done putting up the trail camera and stuff and walking out. The mosquitoes are tearing us apart. But whenever I read this verse, it showed me this: don't be afraid and trust in God. Just simple as that. That's what come to me. There's been times where, sorry, picking off ticks. There's been times here lately where we've had stuff come up in our family to where there's just no control, that there's nothing that I could do about it and stuff. And whenever that happened, I've come to realize here lately that whenever you just give it to God, just give it to Him and let Him have control of it and stuff, then He'll take care of everything and then some. And I'll say that's just a short little word for you. I say, fear not, because He's right there beside you. He's going with you through the storm. Just like in the book of Daniel with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, then God was right there in the fire with them as they went through their struggle, and He does the same with us. And, but with that being said, I'm gonna get out of here, try to get to the truck, get out of all these bugs, and I'll catch you all after a bit. See y'all. Alright, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of target shooting. We got 2 months until archery season opens up here in Oklahoma. And so I thought I'd do a video over my setup that I'm using this year. It's going to be a little bit different than last year. This year I'm using a Dark Mesa longbow instead of the recurve that I had last year, and I'm sticking strictly to this bow. Last year I did a little bit with my compound and so towards the end of the season, but this year I'm sticking strictly to traditional. I'm shooting Black Eagle vintage arrows. They're carbon fiber arrow, and it's a handmade quiver from a guy in Yukon, and then in Yukon, Oklahoma. Then I'm shooting 125 grain Stinger, Magnus Stinger broadheads this year. Just a 2-blade double bevel broadhead. And we're gonna be, today we got the deer target up. I'm gonna be shooting that. We got some balloons and other stuff to shoot some moving targets, so it should be quite a bit of fun. Hopefully I'm gonna make a good video for y'all and start getting ready for this season. It's coming up before we know it, and can't wait to get into it. But let's go ahead and start shooting. All right, I apologize for the wind. It's pretty windy out today. That ought to make shooting these balloons pretty fun. But the reason I got into traditional There's a lot of it just the challenge of it. But it's what I started off shooting whenever I very first started shooting archery. Was I think it's a Martin recurve. But it's got quite a bit of disadvantages over shooting more modern, like compound. Like you lose a lot of speed for one, where a lot of your modern compounds are getting up closer to 300 feet per second or more. You're shooting around 200 maybe with a good traditional bow. So your wind messes with you a lot and stuff, and your range is a lot. You gotta close up your range quite a bit more. Like I think my comfort zone would be about 10-15 yards with this bow, whereas with the compound I've shot deer at 30 and so on and so forth. And I would never try that with this bow. But just I shot at one of my recurve last year that jumped the string at 25 yards. And you lose some accuracy with it. Like with mine, I'm shooting no sights or anything. Just strictly instinct. And I'll draw, hit my anchor point, and just pretty well stare a hole through where I'm wanting to shoot. And it's like throwing a baseball. You just look at where you want to throw and it goes. But you can get pretty accurate with enough practice. Too. I like getting the compound out and stretching them out and doing some distance shooting. But looks like Cassie got some balloons ready. So we'll see if we can hit a couple of balloons and not lose any arrows today. take shoot one more group on the deer before we leave. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you all for joining us today. I'm super excited for this season, not only to hunt it, but to film it more than anything, really. My dad and brother, I don't know if you could hear some gunshots in the background of the video, but they're over there getting ready. They built some long-range rifles, so I'm excited to get to film some of that, some long-range deer hunting. Ought to be quite a bit of fun. Excited to get a new bow out and hopefully get a deer down with it this year. I drew a special deer hunt on some property where there's some really big whitetail here in Oklahoma. But with all that being said, thank you all for joining us today, and I'll catch you on the next one. See y'all. Ah!